ಈಗ ಸೊ KSTA ಸಾಂಗ್ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಗೀತೆ. This was done under the leadership of Professor Ayappan sir. I request CEO KSTA Dr. A.M. Ramesh sir to welcome the guests and all the delegates for this 3 days national conference.
Ellargu namaskara. Good morning everybody. At the outset, I welcome all of you to KSTA for this 3-day national conference. I am very grateful to all of you for coming from different places of Bangalore and also different parts of India. I welcome you once again. Inaugurator of this conference, distinguished agriculture scientist, former DG of ICR and Secretary, Department of Agriculture, Research and Education, Government of India, and our former beloved Chairman of KSTA, Padma Shri, Professor Ayappan sir. Chief guest of this function, Private Secretary to Honorable Minister for Minor Irrigation and S&T, Senior KS Officer, and a good source of inspiration for KSTA for all our program, Shri Veerbhadra Hanchinal sir. Guest of honor for this function, Principal of Mount Carmel College, with whose association KSTA is organizing this conference, Professor George Lekha Madam. Guest of honor of this function, Chief Executive of Gokul Research Foundation, former member of KPSC and former IAS officer, Dr. H.V. Parshwanath sir. Special guest of this function, Principal Scientist and Regional Head of ICR CIFT Mumbai, and my dear friend, Dr. L.N. Murthy. Former member of KSTA, Chief Mentor of Prayoga Institute of Education, my Guru, Dr. H.S. Nagaraj sir. Former Vice Chancellor of Tumkur University and former member of KSTA, renowned educationist, Professor A.H. Raja Sahab sir. Dr. Chandrasekhar sir, resource expert from Kerala. Chandrasekhar sir, Biradhar sir from, he is an international expert. Both are Chandrasekhars. They have been encouraging us. And Dr. Prabhakar sir, Goldman. Dr. Murali, OSD of our Honorable Minister, Dr. Manjappa, Dr. Vijay Kumar, my colleague Dr. Anand, Kaviyarsi Madam, Sejana Madam, and all the participants from different institutes, not only from Bangalore, from different places of India, and some are expected. They had called me, they are coming from Chennai and Mysore. They will be coming shortly. On behalf of KSTA, once again, greetings to you all and welcome to this 3-day National Conference on Ecotourism, harnessing travel to discover nature, promote conservation and support sustainable development. Karnataka Science and Technology Academy was started in the year 2005 and it has been actively involved in promoting basic and applied science education among students studying at different levels. And KSTA has organized more than 50 conferences. Among them, 5 have been organized in this financial year. That's because of a great support that we got from our Honorable Minister and Honorable Private Secretary to Minister. We are grateful to you, sir. We look forward to your support for organizing many more programs. Thank you, sir. And KSTA 4 years ago started KSTA Fellowship, which has been very popular among scientists and academicians. They have been inquiring since 2 years. We have not been able to do because the committee has not been formed. Under chairmanship of Professor Ayyappan sir, this unique program was started. And also KSTA associateship we have started. Any academically interested people of Karnataka can become associate of KSTA. There are more than 150 associates as of now. And KSTA has entered into MOU with more than 65 organizations from Bangalore and elsewhere in the state. And we have been organizing programs in association with them often. Depending on our grant, we provide them grant to organize joint programs in which they also contribute and organize. And we have brought out policy, strategy, approach, papers on different aspects, right from COVID to science communication, under the chairmanship of Professor Ayyappan sir. And this also has been very effective. And we are, in fact, when Professor Ayyappan sir was chairman, we had planned to bring out a policy paper on quantum technology. Sir, we have had meetings on quantum technology. Shortly we will be bringing out a strategy paper from KSTA. And of course, our department has a big program on quantum. And in fact, it was suggested by none other than Professor Sood, Ajay Sood, who had come here at the invitation of our Honorable former Chairman, Professor Ayyappan sir. And this ecotourism we planned some 4 or 5 months ago. In fact, we are also inclined towards ecology and environment. I'm basically a fisheries scientist. So I'm interested more in organizing programs related to environment because we have to bring out awareness about environment. So this program was conceived and we got good support from Mount Carmel. And this KST is organizing this national conference in association with Mount Carmel. The conference will explore the dynamic intersection of ecotourism, conservation and sustainable development. It brings together experts, researchers and practitioners to examine the vital roles that ecotourism plays in fostering environmental awareness, preserving biodiversity and supporting local economies. In fact, we have 14 distinguished talks in this particular conference spread over 3 days, and we too have a panel discussion at the end with 8 renowned experts in the field of ecotourism. With this, we wish to bring out a strategy paper again for the benefit of ecotourism in the state. And we have an oral presentation for which we got a good response from Karnataka as well as neighboring states. Oral presentation competition will be held in the afternoon, and they will be given time to present their research, and the best will get the prizes. The conference will also address topics such as ecological restoration, aquaparks. My friend Dr. Murthy will give a talk on aquaparks. In fact, 15 days ago I requested him for a talk on aquaparks. He immediately agreed. He'll be delivering a talk today. Considering the efforts of KSTA in promoting science outreach and science education, KSTA was bestowed with Outstanding Efforts in Science and Technology Communication Award in 2022 when Professor Ayyappan sir was the chairman. Thank you, sir, for your effort and guidance. And our Honorable Minister, no need to mention, he has been a great support for KSTA and person of simplicity. Whenever we go, first he offers coffee, then asks our problem. That is the trend he has set. Till now, we have seen many ministers and officers, but this is the best team that we have ever seen. We are very grateful to Honorable Minister and you, sir. In fact, he was last 3 conferences on groundwater, then Blue Revolution, and climate change. Sir was here with us for inauguration. For this conference also he was supposed to come. Because of pressing problem he could not come. All the same, he has conveyed his greetings to all the participants and experts. And I welcome him on his absence. And also we had invited Honorable Minister for Parliamentary Affairs and Tourism, Shri H.K. Patil sir also, but he also is held up in Gadag. His constituency is more important than function, so he is held up there. So he also has conveyed his best wishes for this program. So as I told, KSTA has been striving to popularize science among educated and rural people, and we require support of NGOs and also other organizations in promoting science across the state. Professor Biradar sir and our Goldman are here. We request your support to get CSR fund for KSTA programs in the coming days. With this, I have the privilege and honor of welcoming our Honorable former Chairman and Secretary DARE, DG ICR, former Chairman of NABL, Padma Shri Professor Ayyappan sir. Welcome to you, sir. Yes. Our source of encouragement and support and very senior KS officer and private secretary to our Honorable Minister, Professor Veerabhadra Anchinal sir is there with us. Welcome to you, sir. And we are very grateful to our principal of Mount Carmel College, Dr. George Lekha madam, for all the support that you have given. On behalf of KSTA, welcome, madam. Guest of honor of this function and senior Chief Executive of Gokul Research Foundation and former IAS officer, Dr. H.V. Pashwanath sir is there with us. On behalf of KSTA, welcome to you, sir. As I told, in September we organized a mega conference on Blue Revolution, in which most of the senior faculty and researchers in the field of fisheries had gathered. That was because of the grant that we received from Dr. Nasimurthy as Chief Executive of NFDB. On behalf of KSTA, welcome to you, Doctor. And our former member of KSTA and the chief mentor of Prayog Institute, and my guru, Dr. H.S. Nagaraj sir, immediately accepted my invitation and he is here with us. Welcome to you, sir. We have with us Dr. A.H. Raja Saab, sir, former Vice Chancellor of Tumkur University and former member of KSTA. On behalf of all of us, hearty welcome to you, sir. On behalf of KSTA, I also welcome Mr. Murali Krishna from our ministry. He also has been very supportive for all of our activities. Welcome to you, sir. And we have Vijay Kumar, Dr. Manjappa, now Dr. Nirmala Madam from Jyoti Nivas. Welcome to you, Madam. On behalf of KSTA, I also welcome international scientist Dr. Chandrasekhar Biradar. Welcome to you, sir. I welcome Dr. U.M. Chandrasekhar from Kerala Forest Research Institute. I also welcome Dr. Prabhakar sir for this function. Dr. Kavi Arasi madam and Dr. Sejana madam have been supporting KSTF in organizing this tourism program. In fact, we are not conversant with tourism. Sejana madam helped us in bringing 3 or 4 resource experts. Thank you, madam. Welcome to you all from KSTA. We have experts from different organizations. Welcome to you and all the participants from different colleges and my colleagues. Welcome to all of you. Thank you. I am sure this 3-day national conference will be very beneficial to you in broadening the horizon of your knowledge in ecotourism. I am sure you will become ambassadors of ecotourism after completing this program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Indeed, a meticulous planning is done a month ago. Hearty welcome you, sir, for this wonderful program. And now I request Padma Shri Awardee Professor S. Ayappan sir, former chairman of KSTA, NABL and DG of ICR, Secretary, Dear Government of India, to formally inaugurate the prestigious conference. I request all the dignitaries on the dais to please join hands with Professor Ayappan sir to formally inaugurate this national conference by watering the plant. Please. Please, sir. Sir. Come.
Madam, myself.
Sir.
Fortunately, this time we have water in the state. Nature will balance it.
Thank you all the dignitaries for inaugurating this wonderful program. Now I request Professor Ayyappan sir to please give the inaugural address on this August gathering. Please, sir.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. Such a happy occasion, and actually, we were looking for the Environment Day, World Environment Day, that is on the June 5th, and then we are here a few months earlier, and that's good, a very kind gesture from the Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of Karnataka. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೂಲಕ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹಂಚಿನಾಳ್ ಅವರೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೂಲಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಸಣ್ಣ ನೀರಾವರಿ ಮತ್ತು ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನ ಶ್ರೀ ಎನ್.ಎಸ್. ಬೋಸರಾಜ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಗಳು, ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ. So thank you very much. We have a very august gathering this morning, as was mentioned. The chief guest of the occasion, Shri Veerbhadra Hanchinal, Personal Secretary to the Honorable Minister of Minor Irrigation and Science and Technology, Government of Karnataka, Shri N.S. Bosaraj ji. We have with us a very senior IAS officer of the Government of Karnataka, presently the Chief Executive of the Gokul Research Foundation, Dr. H.V. Parshanath ji, and our colleague, co-organizer, the important person on this occasion, Madam Dr. Jaj Lekha from the Mount Carmel College. Thank you very much, Madam, for joining us here. Dr. L. Narasimurthy, former Chief Executive of the National Fisheries Development Board, presently with the Central Institute of Fisheries Technology. We have a very important person in Dr. A. M. Ramesh, the Chief Executive of the KSTA, and Dr. Anand, Senior Scientific Officer. As was mentioned, we all know in the whole state of Karnataka, we know who is Base Nagaraj. I mean, and that's the power of the Base Foundation. Presently, the chief mentor of Prayoga, a very innovative institution, former member KSTA, Dr. H.S. Nagaraj. We are very happy that we have with us a colleague from formerly with Forest Research Institute, Dr. U.M. Chandrasekhar, and then Dr. Chandrasekhar Biradar, who worked with the CGIAR presently in Bangalore, and Dr. Prabhakar Sangurmat, as we always mentioned, the gold man. No, but one thing, Dr. Sangurmat, once he told me the secret of gold. No, particularly because this is largely a women gathering, I must mention this. He says the Indian women have something like 24,000 tons of gold. That is 11% of the global gold is with you, madam. So these are the interesting facts we get from different people who come here. Professor A.H. Rajasab, former Vice Chancellor of the Tumkur University, presently with the M.S. Ramaya Foundation and college institutions. Mr. Murali Krishna from the Ministry, and our colleagues from Mount Carmel College, Jyoti Nivas College, and several other institutions here, and our friends, colleagues, student friends, delegates, to all of you, a warm welcome. ತುಂಬಾ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಸಂಗೋಷ್ಠಿಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಪದಗಳು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಪರಿಸರ, ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಪ್ರವಾಸೋದ್ಯಮ, ಟೂರಿಸಂ, ಪ್ರಕೃತಿ ಅನ್ವೇಷಣೆ, ನೇಚರ್ ಸರ್ಚ್, ಸಂರಕ್ಷಣೆ, ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್, ಉತ್ತೇಜನ, ಟು ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಸುಸ್ಥಿರ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ, ಸಸ್ಟೈನಬಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ರಾಜಾ ಸಾಬ್ ಅವರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಉತ್ತಮ ಕನ್ನಡ ಕವಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ವೈಜ್ಞಾನ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಇದೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ವಿ ಆರ್ ಫಾರ್ಚುನೇಟ್ ದಟ್ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಅಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಕನ್ನಡ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಎರಡು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಮತ್ತು ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಈ ಒಂದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ದಟ್ such a thing has been organized. And we are grateful to the government. I'm a host here. Let me again repeat that I'm a host. No way that I can be a guest. So on behalf of the Academy, again, I would like to thank the Mount Carmel College for joining hands in this very important endeavor. We could have had anything else. We usually discuss science subjects. Like it could be physics, chemistry, biology, all those things. As Dr. Ramesh mentioned, several things, policy papers, strategy papers, approach, status papers on different subjects, including Sangur Mutt, others. They organized those topics. But today, we are in a very, very important occasion, because this we would like to say the country today, India, has crossed something like $4 trillion. The economy, we were aiming at $5 trillion, but it's already crossed, it's about $4.1 trillion today. And our still ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ tourism plays such an important role. And today, particularly the month of February, the month of January and February 2025, very important for the country, because half the Indian population has taken a dip in Prayagraj. I mean, whatever, there could be other discussions, but then the point is the tourism has been raised to such a level, and with all kinds of modern technologies. They are employing AI, they are employing robots, they are employing very ultra-modern sewage treatment systems. So we were reading the details how they are able to manage such a density of human population in one small area of, we all have seen the Sangam. So seeing that, so every single technology has been deployed. And that's how the success has come about. Only ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 10 ದಿನ ಬಾಕಿ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಈ 10 ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 55 ಕೋಟಿ 60 ಕೋಟಿ ಜನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪ್ ಹೋಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, just imagine the kind of combination that we have made from the traditional pilgrimage with the modern science and technology tools. I mean, that's amazing, and that's where we are able to talk. There have been incidents, we know that, but then the point is, to handle such a huge congregation is absolutely it shows the capacity of this country. What can be handled. ನಾವು ಕುವೆಂಪು ಅವರದು ನಾಡಗೀತೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನಳಿನಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನಳಿನಿ, ಸೊ ಯು ಸೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕುವೆಂಪು ಅವರದು ನಾಡಗೀತೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ಆ ನಾಡಗೀತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಕೃತಿ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಆ ಕವಿಗಳು ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ, ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ listening to this Nadagite. It's an inspirational song that we hear. From the KSTA song also you saw a lot of visuals coming from nature and farming and industry and so on. So the two songs have already conveyed what we are trying to say today in this occasion. Now we talk of Parisara, the environment, all around us. I mean, that's what we are mainly concerned about. The cross-section of the students, I was talking to them, they are from tourism, they are from hospitality, they are from management, they are from commerce, and some are from organic chemistry also. So it shows that, they have come with a keen interest in learning this new dimension. Because the hospitality industry today, the service sector is contributing to nearly 40% in the country. 40% of the total GDP comes from service sector. From agriculture we have about 18%, and rest from the industry. That's the way the service sector has taken over. 50 years back, when we were students, there was any space for the service sector. It was all either agriculture or industry, and then of course MSMEs and so on. But today, the way the hospitality sector, the service sector in general and hospitality sector in particular, the way it has taken over is amazing, and that's where we think there are opportunities. And environment with tourism, because tourism in India is normally, most of us, always, it's always kind of, it's a pilgrimage tourism. Normally, in the way, the kind of temple. In fact, today in Tirupati, they are having the international conference on temples in all over the world. It appears there are 1,500 temples managements coming from 68 countries. And in person, and about others online. So you can imagine. So this is the kind of tourism capacity that we have. In 2023, we are just looking at what were the statistics. You would be, we are happy that this country was able to attract something like 95 lakh, about 1 crore, people, 1 crore foreign tourists. And the Indian tourists were something like 250 crores travelers within the country. And this, the kind of footfalls, this is what we call as footfalls. The Indian community, about 250 crores in different places, and the overseas also 95 lakhs. And what did it generate? It generated something like 2.5 lakh crore rupees. That was the income in 2023. But just compare it with these 48 days or 50 days or 60 days of Kumbh that's happening. They are estimating anywhere up to 200 lakh crore rupees. The investment is something like 8 lakh crore, and they are estimating something like 200 lakh crore as the you call it turnover, you call it whatever is happening, the economy, the circulation that's happening there in a kind of distance of something like 20 miles by 20 miles, maximum something like 50 to 50 kilometers by 50 kilometers. Now this is the strength of the tourism that we have been talking of. So that's why here the interest is, one is tourism, but second is has been very particularly pointed out the environment. And then the next one is nature search. We go on, we can go to many places. Of course, ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ the Bangalore malls are the best tourism places, isn't it? Hangouts, weekend hangouts. Is it right? Many are nodding. Yes, okay, fine. They are also fine. But then point is the nature search is one thing that we are talking of. The fourth thing is conservation. That's we all have been looking at strong conservation measures. And fifth dimension is the goal. That is the sustainable development goals. There are 17 goals. I won't go into details. But then we are left with only 5 years. Only 5 years, young friends, to the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals 17. Only we are in 25. 2030 is the goal. We talked of Millennium Development Goals up to 2015, and let me tell you, we could achieve only 60% of them. And now today we are being asked about our achievements. 5 years left, we are almost at about 60%, but still that time gap is left. So with all this, what's happening is we are looking for this kind of excitement, this kind of curiosity. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಕೃತಿ, the nature, ಪ್ರಕೃತಿಯ ವಿಸ್ಮಯಗಳು ಅನಂತ. It's eternal. The nature's creations are eternal. Then even in the state of Karnataka, there are the plains, the hills, the coast. You talk of anything, Karnataka is a microcosm of India. There are 10 agroecological zones in the state of Karnataka. We are happy that our colleagues have come from Andhra Pradesh, అక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చారు, తమిళనాడు అంగేంద వందిరికి నీగెల్ల all are welcome here. But then since this academy, we are talking of the 10 zones even within this, between Bidar and Chamarajanagar, and between Mangalore and Ballari or whatever, this side, we are having 10 eco zones. From the coast to the hills to the plains to, so today our farmers are growing apple here. We never talked of it. Grapes are very common, but we are growing apple here in Karnataka today. Of course, it's also due to climate vagaries, but the point is the kind of biodiversity that we have. This country fortunately has 10% of the global biodiversity. 12% to 15% of aquatic biodiversity. The Western Ghats that we have, even in this state, the stretch is such a huge reserve, such a rich heritage that our colleagues have been working on them for the last 40 years. We are happy that we have Dr. Chandrasekhar coming from Kerala Forest Research Institute. We have been partners in looking at the biodiversity dimensions. Dr. Rajasab is also a specialist in biodiversity, looking at several insects, plants and so on. The point is, still we are not been able to explore or catalog or document or have a repository of the entire biodiversity. Friends, now ಎಷ್ಟೇ publications ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ the richness is so high, and our aquatic biodiversity, maybe afterwards Dr. Narsimurthy and others will speak. The coastal 300 kilometers of coastline of Karnataka state, we are still struggling within the first 10 kilometers. That's the territorial, we have about 12, we talk of not exclusive economic zone, territorial waters and all that. The point is, we still have not been able to document entire fish biodiversity, the shellfish biodiversity. Shellfish andre mollusks, crustaceans, terrestrial insects, So that is the canvas you have, friends, when it comes to, so very few people in Karnataka who are hobbyists, who are basically photographers. They have become very famous just looking at the biodiversity in this state. So that's why this conference is not just for, just to introduce it. We request you those who are in tourism, in hospitality, you have many dimensions. It's not just the hotel or the peripheral structures we see. Because ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೆದರಿಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರವಾಸೋದ್ಯಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಜಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ರೆಸ್ಟೋರೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬಾರ್ಸ್. So they end with that. Sometimes I feel scared, whether all that tourism is only this much. But the point is, those who take a little more interest walking into the forest, getting into the waters, they have become rich, miners. They have been able to harness that kind of a potential. ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಣೇಶ್ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೃಷ್ಣೇಗೌಡರ ಥರನೇ ಪ್ರಾಣೇಶ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ವೆರಿ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೋಶ ಓದು ದೇಶ ಸುತ್ತು ಅಂತ. ಅದನ್ನ ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹರ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಟ್. ರೀಡ್ ದ ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿ ಆರ್ ರೀಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಯು travel across, tour as much anta. Now we are so very happy that an Indian lady she has been able to go across the oceans. Gotta ಈಚೆಗೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು, she has individually she has been able to travel across the oceans. There is another lady, a young girl, who has been able to travel the entire country without spending a rupee. She has stayed in different places, she has traveled. So see, that kind of an anxiety, that kind of courage, confidence, that risk-taking capacity, that's what we want in youngsters. It's not the urban tourism, it's not the, just around, a few picnic spots. No, that's not tourism at all. We have unexplored patches of this country. It's about 360 million hectares of land in this land mass, and 200 nautical miles of oceans that we have. So it's left to your imagination of what you can do. Tourism is also science. Let's be very clear. Tourism is not just because people talk very sometimes lightly. So we'd like to insist, these are all absolutely science in the making. So we request. So nature's bounty, and if we are able to match with our curiosity, human curiosity, there is nothing that you cannot imagine in this country. So our request is, kindly look at these possibilities. Ecotourism. Nammali ecotourism, many types. People have been talking of gardens. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಲಾಲ್ಬಾಗ್ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ಸ್ ಎಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕೋರಮಂಗಲ ಮಾಲ್ಸ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಗೋ ಫರ್ದರ್. ಬಟ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಸ್, ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ maybe safaris that you are talking of, maybe Rangantittu, maybe BR Hills and so on. But then we are also talking of many other things. It could be exclusively fish tourism. That's what will be talked about, I believe, in aqua parks. It could be bird tourism. It could be butterfly tourism. The tourisms are many types of tourism. People who have got specialized in this. So like temple tourism, sports tourism, then we have this medical tourism. Hyderabad was a medical tourist center. Now Bangalore is becoming a medical tourism center from all over. People come from Russia, from the Middle East, from all over, because it's affordable and excellent health care. So medical tourism. Agri-tourism is another thing that we are talking of. Say between Bangalore and Mysore, we have many times proposed this kind of way. It could be sugarcane tourism, it could be paddy tourism, because ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ನೋಡಿರಲ್ಲ ಭತ್ತ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬೆಳೀತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಿಂದ ಬರ್ತೀರಿ? ಬರೀ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಇರೋರು ಮಾತ್ರ, ಆ ಕಡೆ ಇರೋರು ಯಾರು? ಆ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಟಿ ಡ್ವೆಲ್ಲರ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಹಳ್ಳಿಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಹಳ್ಳಿಲಿದ್ರು, ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ತಾತಾರು ಹಳ್ಳಿಲಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆಲ್ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವಿಲೇಜಸ್, ರೂರಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್, ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೋ ಆನ್. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಟಾಕ್ ಟು ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ and they just look at us when we talk of rice, or milking or the cow and all. So we feel little scared. That's why we said agri-tourism, because 50% of the population of this country absolutely even today depends on farming and agriculture in different forms. It could be dairy, it could be fish, it could be grapes, it could be coconut, it could be spices. And so what we are talking of is, can we have this kind of tourism including medicinal plants? It could be mangoes, for example. In UP, Uttar Pradesh, you go and travel, huge mangroves, mango grows, not mangroves, but we fortunately also have some mangroves. Even in Karnataka, a few stretches, we still have mangroves. Sundarbans in West Bengal are known for mangroves, but in Karnataka also patches, that we have. So our request is travel as much, see as much, and put your ideas and then bring out new dimensions of what all things can be happening. That is exploration, curiosity, and then also delving into depths, and you can become very important figures. Now, I won't take much time, but Karnataka, again, known for elephants, known for tigers, and all that kind of biodiversity that we don't see in many parts of the country. Now, the point is also that it's also leading to several issues, several problems. Now, human-wildlife conflict is one thing that we are, ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಮತ್ತೆ ವನ್ಯಜೀವಿಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಸಂಘರ್ಷಣೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ನೀವು ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಕೊಡಗು ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬರ್ತೀರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತೀರಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್. ಈವನ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಔಟ್ಸ್ಕರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ರೆ ಚೀಟಾಗಳು ಬಂದು ಹಾಲು ಕೊಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಜಿಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಮೊದಲು ಬೆಕ್ಕುಗಳು ಬರೋದು, ಈಗ ಚಿರತೆಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇವೆ. Anyway, the point is we have overtaken their domains, so that is increasingly coming up. So human wildlife conflict, but coexistence. ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿರೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅನ್ವೇಷಣೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಂರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈಚೆಗೆ you know that a special reserve has been brought out for wolves, for wolf conservation. Why should we conserve wolf? Because it's important. Every chain in the food ecosystem is important. So we conserve everything at the same time, how to coexist. Adana, it's becoming important in ecotourism. And our problem today is climate change. Now, absolutely, you are all knowing it, you are experiencing it. The climate has changed so much. The frequency of rainfall has become so erratic. Temperatures rising and temperatures also going down. So, friends, we are talking of 2047. Idiralva, you are the 2047 generation. Centenary, Indian independence centenary generation are the ones sitting in this hall. So what we are looking at you is, how can you address all these things? What you have to address? Climate change, no question. It's increasingly impacting you. And then the natural resource degradation, ಅದು ಮಣ್ಣು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನೀರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಗಾಳಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. So whatever you take up, all panchabhutas, are getting degraded. Then next is also the microplastics. You must be hearing about it all the time. We heard of plastics. Today, microplastics. After 10 years, it will be nanoplastics. I mean, that is the kind of thing. Plastics in brain, plastics in heart. This is what we are talking of. Because when we talk of tourism, it should be responsible tourism. It cannot be just, I go somewhere, litter everywhere, and come back, and when I leave, when I reverse my car, people pointing out, look here, how much plastic he has thrown here, how many bottles he has thrown here. This is what is happening, right? I mean, it happens or not? When we are the spectators, we see that. But when we are at the wheel, we don't worry about it. But what we are now talking about is also a responsible tourism. So kindly, we have to look at this aspect also. The antimicrobial resistance is another thing killing us, because the way we are handling food and whatever material. So what we are now, again, this famous thing, reduce, reuse, recycle. I mean, that's again a part of the environment and all that kind of thing that we are talking of. Now, we also are worried that, many people say environment, there's a group of people who will look after it. It's not it's not our job. But this is what is scary. Environment is everybody's. And when you worship environment, it is religion. When you analyze environment, it is science. That's the only difference. So can we bring these two together? That's what is that we want to look at. So now coming to responsible tourism, waste management, in any of these places, when you look at tourism and environment, can we look at it properly? One is exploration, new species, new genera, new all those things, with classical taxonomy, what's happening when it comes to nature search. Let me also submit here. Kindly, we have to, at least some people have to take to classical taxonomy, going back to where we left. We all have become biotechnologists now. I mean, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜನ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ biotechnologists. PCR, publish a paper, and then fine. But then classical taxonomy has almost is fading away. So we would like to, in some way or the other, as an offshoot of this conference, we would request the Academy that you can organize special week-long sessions on basic taxonomy. It could be one day on plants, one day on insects, one day on fish, and so on. That would do a great deal of good, because our student community, youngsters, they need that kind of thing. And faculty also should be involved in this big task. We have important repositories in this country. Whether insect, I'm happy that our colleague from the insect repository is here, National Bureau of Agriculturally Important Insects, right in Hebbal. So we have a few repositories in insects, in crops, in plants, in fish, and microbes. But then what we require is youngsters who are able to properly identify the up to species level at least, and then conserve them in situ, in the wherever they are, or bring them in vitro into the repositories. That's very important. That's one request. Second request is we don't have to do much. Say all of us can't be doing environmental management. Just when this is a point of concern for all of us. Madam, happy that coming from farming community, we grow food with great difficulty. ಒಂದು ಕಿಲೋ ಭತ್ತ ಬೆಳೆಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ನೀರು ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ಟು ಗ್ರೋ 1 kg ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಯಾಡಿ ಅಂದರೆ ರೈಸು ಅಲ್ಲ. 1 kg ಪ್ಯಾಡಿ ಬಂದರೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ 700 grams ರೈಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 1 kg ಭತ್ತ ಬೆಳೆಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ನೀರು ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್. ಈವನ್ ಟುಡೇ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ ಅವರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗಲ್ಸ್, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎವಾಪರೇಷನ್, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೀಪೇಜ್. ಸೊ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತಾ the conservative estimate is to grow 1 kilo of paddy, we require 1600 liters of water. 1600, can you imagine? So we grow, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಈ ಕಾವೇರಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮುಗಿಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ನಡೀತಾನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ನೀರು ಅಂತ. ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ is sugar cane, paddy, coconut, ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೈ ವಾಟರ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಬೆಳಿತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಡು ಯು ನೋ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಫುಡ್ ವಿ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ? 1/3 of the food is minimum. 1/3 we are wasting. And the estimate is every year we are wasting something like 1 lakh crore rupees of food. Very, very conservative estimates. ಮದುವೆ ಮನೆ, ಹಾಸ್ಟೆಲ್, ಅನಾಥಾಶ್ರಮ, ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ is environment, concern, management, what bit we can do as students and youngsters is we stop wasting food. In fact, many times the foreign overseas colleagues, when they come, they say, you are not poor. Who said this country is poor? I ask them why that statement is. They say, we have been here for 3 days, and then we are seeing the amount of food that is wasted at every food. Lunch, dinner. You waste so much of food. You have that kind of a luxury to waste that food. So friends, it conveys a lot of messages for the people who are seeing it, and a lot of pains for the farmers who produce. Please, is it all right to understand? So just let's stop wasting food. Let's eat as much, but then let's not waste food. Is it fine? So particularly when we visit the places, kindly, this is another thing. Then save water, everything, save and produce. Save water, save energy, less of carbon footprints. Today everybody is asking us, even this amount of time I spoke, they would ask me after I get down, how much carbon footprints you have left, how much power you consumed, whether it was useful or you simply wasted everybody's time. We are being monitored very closely. See, we produce food, we are being questioned today, at what cost did you produce? What if, you produce 360 million tons of food? What if you have wasted so much water, so much. So we are all talking about smart farming. Smart, everything is smart. Smartphone, smart city, smart farmer, smart food systems, smart food consumption, and so on. So similarly, these things go on. I'm sure today we have very exciting program that Dr. Ramesh and his colleagues as always, he is very, very meticulous, and he has been executing, leading the academy in a very, very elegant manner. From all of us, we would like to compliment you, Dr. Ramesh, and the entire team at KSTA. And in this important meeting, you have brought together several speakers, both from the state, from outside, everywhere. It's very exciting that, you are all sharing your views. Now, at the end of the day, what we would like to do is this meeting, a strategy paper, as you said, that we would bring out some specific action points that we can give to the government. And then if we are able to talk, even one or two bits, we would have had our director of tourism of the state here. The forest department is equally our partners. The fisheries department is our partners. Agriculture. So there are several partner departments in the state. If we can have a very distilled set of recommendations, not more than 6 to 8, which can be acted upon, and it could be given to tourism people also as something like a handout. When they go, what should they do? Because now, let me tell you, we are very short of scientists. We are very, very short of scientists. I'm sure our colleagues will bear me out. Jasti time tawalala, last point. Very short of scientists, because in this country we are about 143 crore people today. Youngsters 143 crore. So we are, the scientist number is 260 per million. And ಒಂದು ಕೋಟಿಗೆ 2,600 ಜನ scientists, 2,600 scientists per crore population. You multiply all that, whatever happens, and that is not in any particular branch. It includes geology, it includes zoology, it includes everything. So we are not more than, madam, I am including the teachers also. Teachers, researchers, research fellows, everything. So we are not more than 5 lakh people doing research or study or anything pertaining to all sciences, including environment, agriculture, industry, atomic energy, space, everything. So, whereas the global average is something like 10 folds more. Why some other country, so many Nobel Prizes, why, these kind of questions, our research density is very small. So, if we increase investments, if we have more people, we can also make it. But the point is, so we are very few number. So that few number has to be very effectively put into the job of good research. So what we are requesting the universities, colleges, everything is, let's do good research. Let's not do routine research. Let's do something new. The canvas is so I'm happy that our Dr. Parshanath Sab is here, Dr. Raja Sab is here and all that. So we can always give challenging problem-solving research topics and get new things rather than, we have been doing work. So request is, our research density is very low, and fortunately we are a very young nation. You are the people, 18 to 35 years age. Even therefore yesterday the point has been made by the Higher Education Minister. We are more than 40% even in that range, 18 to 35 years. If we include 18 to 45 years, we become already 65%. So that way we are very lucky. But only thing is how to deploy that whole force into good research. And we are happy that the Government of Karnataka Science and Technology Department is supporting research in various ways. KSTA, VGST, KSCST, so many agencies. So we are happy that it's happening. And Bangalore is a science city. It is the science city. People, they said, suddenly they came up last month, Calcutta is the science city because more papers are coming from Calcutta. Papers, okay, but action is in Bangalore. So are you happy that you are in Bangalore? No, happy because a lot of malls are there, metro is there, or because science is happening. Science is happening. No, science, technology, innovation, tourism. Tourism also innovation. You can bring out, let me tell you, any number of innovation models when it comes to ecotourism. Ecotourism is a gold mine. You can bring in a lot of innovation models. So what we look at is a set of 6 recommendations and maybe a suggestion for about a dozen research projects on ecotourism to be suggested to the Department of Science and Technology, that they can take it, maybe in different eco-regions. It could be Hampi, it could be Bihar Hills, it could be Udupi and Mangalore, whatever. So in different eco-regions, can we have a set of research projects, it's R&D, whatever way, can we do that? Then lastly, a conversation, a dialogue with the important tourist operators. Primarily they are KSTDC, but then there are other operators also who are operating in different ways. Aquatourism has also become very, very important now. So with all those, can we have a discussion? So these 3 action points we would submit and request, and we are so very delighted that each one of you is here. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಐಡಿಯಾಗಳನ್ನ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಲ್ಪನೆಗಳನ್ನ, ಈವನ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಬಿಗ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ 2025 from KSTA. With this, once again, thanks to each one of you. Special thanks to the guests here and the KSTA. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your insightful talk on the potential of ecotourism in India, particularly in Karnataka, and also the importance of biodiversity we have to maintain, and also responsible tourism. Thank you very much, sir, for highlighting all these sections. Now I request Shri Veerbhadra Anchinala, sir, PS to Honorable Minister for Binary Irrigation, Science and Technology, Government of Karnataka, to give a chief guest address in this wonderful occasion. Please.
Thank you. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಾನರೇಬಲ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲೇಬೇಕಂತ ರಮೇಶ್ ಅವರು ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಬಟ್ ಕಾರಣಾಂತರಗಳಿಂದ ಅವರು ರಾಯಚೂರು ಅವರ ಕರ್ಮಭೂಮಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಎಂಗೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು. ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಯಚೂರು ಹೋದರು. ಆದರೂ ನನಗೆ ಮುಂಜಾನೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ನೀವಾದರೂ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಂತ. ರಮೇಶ್ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಬಿಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಎಚ್ ಕೆ ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಅವ್ರ PS ಅವ್ರು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರು ಕಳಿಸಿರಿ ನಾಳೆ ಅಂತ. ಅವರು ಅದೇ ಥರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗದಗದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೀಟ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇನ್ ದೇರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂನ್ಸೀಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರ ಐಡಿಯಾಗಳನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧಕ್ಕೆ ತರಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಬ್ಯುಸಿ. ಅವರಿಬ್ಬರು ರೀಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ವೇದಿಕೆಯ ಮೇಲಿರುವ ಎನ್ಸೈಕ್ಲೋಪೀಡಿಯಾ ನಾನು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಓದ್ತೀರಿ, ನಾನು ಓದ್ತೀನಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲೇನೂ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ ನಾನು ಫುಲ್ ಎನ್ಸೈಕ್ಲೋಪೀಡಿಯಾ ಓದ್ದಂಗೆ ಆಯ್ತು ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಆ ಎನ್ಸೈಕ್ಲೋಪೀಡಿಯಾ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮೇಧಾವಿ, ಎ ಬಿಗ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್, ಎ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸರಳ ಜೀವಿ. ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸಲ ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ನೋಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತು ಒಂಥರ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಹೋಗಿ ದೇವರನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ದಂಗೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಅಯ್ಯಪ್ಪನ್ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ ಮೌಂಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಮೆಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಜಾರ್ಜ್ ಲೇಖಾ ಅವರೇ. ನಾನು ಅವ್ರ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ 2 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು, ಅವ್ರ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು. ಅವ್ರ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದು ನಾನು ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಕಾಲ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅವ್ರ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಮೇಡಮ್ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರೇ, ಚೀಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೋಕುಲ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್, IAS ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಆಗಿ, KPC ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹೆಸರು ಮಾಡಿದ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರೆ. ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೀಜನಲ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ LN ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಅವರೇ. ಪ್ರಯೋಗ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್, ಬೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಅದು ಬೇಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. ಅವ್ರು ನಾಗರಾಜ್ ಅವ್ರು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಪ್ರಯೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹಿಂದಿಂದ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಶಾರ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್. ನಾಗರಾಜ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರೇ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಗುನಗುತ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಾಜರಿರುವಂತಹ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜಾ ಸಾಬ್ ಅವರೇ, ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಬೆರಾದಾರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಹಟ್ಟಿ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮೈನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಜಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರು, ಚಿನ್ನದಂತಿರುವ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಗೂರ್ಮಠ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರೆದಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟು ಮೇಧಾವಿಗಳೇ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೇರಳದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರುವಂತಹ ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಅವರೇ, distinguished speakers, experts, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am truly delighted to be present in the inaugural function of the National Conference on Ecotourism. What is ecotourism? Already Ayappan sir explained everything. Religious tourism, temple tourism, agriculture tourism, so many. To this we can add science tourism. Coming here, it is science tourism. In Bangalore is famous for science. Jawaharlal Nehru Planetarium, a science gallery, So many scientific research institutions, ISRO, and our department is also planning to establish Science City in Bangalore. Already we have got more than 25 acres of land near Devanhalli. Our department is preparing a DPR. So it will be reality in near future, in 1 or 2 years. So department is planning and executing very systematically, so many things. This topic is really wonderful. Parisara Pravasad, ecotourism. Everybody knows tourism, but ecotourism, that is a recent concept. Many states like Orissa, Kerala, they are ahead as far as ecotourism is concerned. Karnataka is now taking up the same. Even Karnataka government has a policy document. Central government has a policy document on the same. So this KSTA, under the leadership of Ramesh, who is always a smiling man. Whenever he comes to our office now, our sir, oh Ramesh, kariri antare, Kannada. Ramesh is a big asset as far as science and technology in Karnataka, not only for this institute, but Karnataka, because ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಮೈಂಡ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜೋಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಈಸ್ ಅ ಥರೋ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥರೋ ಜೆಂಟ್ಲ್ಮ್ಯಾನ್. ಸೊ ಸರ್, ರಮೇಶ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ರಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ. ರಮೇಶ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ರಾ, ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾವು ನೀವಾದರೂ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ, ಏನು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ರಮೇಶ್. ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವಿತ್ ಯು. The theme of this conference is both timely and crucial as we continue our efforts towards creating a sustainable future for generations to come. In the face of challenges such as climate change, biodiversity loss, and the over-exploitation of our natural resources, it has become more evident than ever that preserving our environment cannot be achieved in isolation. It requires the active participation of all the sectors of society, including tourism industry, which has the power to shape the way we interact with our natural surroundings. Ecotourism in particular represents a responsible and impactful form of tourism that intricately links the beauty of the nature with the urgent need for conservation. According to the Global Ecotourism Network, ecotourism is one of the fastest growing sectors in the travel industry, contributing approximately $77 billion annually to the global economy. This form of tourism, rooted in environmental awareness, allows us to travel in ways that enhance our understanding and appreciation of nature while simultaneously contributing to its protection. As we stand at the critical juncture in the history of our present, ecotourism offers a promising solution for sustaining our ecosystems while fostering economic growth, supporting local communities, and preserving cultural heritage. We must recognize the immense potential of ecotourism, not just as a form of travel, but as a powerful tool for driving positive change in conservation, cultural exchange, and economic empowerment. It provides an opportunity to rethink the way we approach tourism and create a more sustainable, inclusive, and responsible industry that benefits all stakeholders. Karnataka, with its rich biodiversity, flora, fauna, and cultural heritage, is uniquely positioned to take a leading role in this rapidly growing field of ecotourism. From the lush and biodiverse forest of the Western Ghats, UNESCO World Heritage Sites, to the serene landscapes of Kodagu and Western Ghats and the wildlife sanctuaries like Bandipur, Nagarhole, etc., Karnataka provides an unparalleled setting for ecotourism. These natural wonders are vital not only for biodiversity conservation, but also as key sources of support for our local economies. Moreover, cultural richness of Karnataka's indigenous communities offers an additional layer to the ecotourism experience. The traditions, customs, lifestyles of these communities are integral to the state's identity, and ecotourism can serve as a means of preserving and showcasing this unique heritage. I am informed that this conference has brought together researchers, policymakers, conservatives, and industry leaders to share their insights, explore new ideas, and forge partnerships that will advance the ecotourism movement, working towards a future where nature and tourism thrive in harmony. I am confident that discussions and deliberations here will lay the foundation for deeper cooperation and more effective strategies to promote sustainable tourism practices. By working together, we can create a future where tourism industry contributes to the preservation of our environment, the empowerment of local communities, and the promotion of cultural heritage. I would like to compliment KSTA and the leaders here for organizing this conference on focal theme of current importance and for bringing together such impressive gathering of experts and stakeholders. On behalf of the Government of Karnataka, I extend my best wishes for successful, productive and inspiring conference. I look forward to fruitful discussions, innovative ideas, positive outcomes that will undoubtedly emerge from this conference. I wish Ramesh and team best of luck, and also I request Ramesh to bring out any document like a policy document so that that can be discussed in the government. So effective action points can be collaborated by different departments, as Honorable Ayappan sir already told. ರಮೇಶ್ ಆ ಥರ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ನೀವು ಕೊಡಿ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಅವರು ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡಿದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ so that discussions are going on in the department. In the same way, the tourism, which connects different departments, that agriculture, tourism department, science and technology, and fisheries department, horticulture, then religious department, so that we can conduct one meeting among all the stakeholders and discuss the action points. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, sir, for having a wonderful thought, and also you are yourself is a positive vibes to the science and technology department, especially to our KSTA, a wonderful human being we have, Anchirala sir. So for encouragement of science and technology development, you are the main man. You can really push to the ministers, and that is the thing, sir, you are doing. Thank you very much, sir, accepting our invitation and came and give this address. Now we have with us Dr. H.V. Parsanath sir, Chief Executive Gokula Research Foundation, MS Ramaya University. Request Parsanath sir to address this wonderful gathering, please.
Honorable dignitaries in the dais, ನಮ್ಮ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾನ್ಯರಿಗೂ ಮತ್ತು ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಮತ್ತು ವಿವಿಧ ಶಾಲೆಗಳಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನಿಯರಿಗೂ ಹಾಗೂ ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕರಿಗೂ ಮತ್ತು ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಬಯಸ್ತಾ, ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ರಮೇಶ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಿಂದ ಏನೇನು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನ ತಾವು ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮುಂದೆ ನಡೆಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹಿ ಹಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಔಟ್ಸೆಟ್ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ I think our Ayappan Sahib, Professor Ayappan, has in detail explained everything. What exactly is the aim of this conference? Where exactly we should take this conference ಅನ್ನೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ ಕಡೆ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ we have missed our two of our ministers, honorable ministers, both our science minister and also our law minister. We have associated with them earlier in a different programs. I should also, I think we missed them today. Anyhow, I think on behalf of that, their secretary has come and has totally explained what exactly is their view and also his view regarding this conference. So I should also thank Mr. Hatnal for that. And also, I think we have a professor from Mount Carmel College with their students also. I think Madam is also going to address all of you. So with the few more points, I want to just, I also thank Raja Saab for having made me to come this conference, because I didn't know what exactly is the program today. In fact, Raja Saab has told me about this, so we were able to participate. Ramesh has been kind enough to see that we were able to participate in this program. So with this brief introduction, I just wanted to say a few words. Today's program, they said, so ecotourism. So as already explained to us by both the speakers, what exactly is the ecotourism, where we stand as far as ecotourism is concerned, because other states are already quite ahead of us, maybe Kerala or maybe other states also. But apart from other types of tourism, maybe at what we call it as temple tourism or adventure tourism or different types of tourism we have got. Tourism has become a very big industry today. I think I was told that recently more than 7% of the GDP is contribution is from this tourism side. So it's quite a big contribution, and it not only contributes to this economy, but also it provides a lot of job to different areas. I think tourism is one sector. ಪ್ರವಾಸೋದ್ಯಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹುಶಃ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ತರದ ಜನ, skilled and unskilled, all types of people will get different types of employments. So that is another advantage of this. So with all this, I think we are going to deliberate in this program for next 3 days what exactly is the different topics on tourism. And I think we will be happy because I happened to work in a place, the Western Ghats, that is the South Canada, Dakshina Kannada and Udupi and all that. I think as our minister's office, they were telling, I think while discussing, they are opening a large number of science centers in almost all districts. I think by this time they must have covered most of the districts except 2 or 3 was telling. So I think to tell you, I think 15 years back only, when I was there as a CEO, Jilla Panchayat in Dakshina Kannada, in Mangalore, we have established our own science center there. I think it has grown like anything. Pellicula, yes. Pellicula, I think there is some talk on Pellicula also. One of the best, good science centers is established there. Because I should also tell how Pellicula has came about. In fact, Pellicula was a small lake at one time. So at that time, one of our DCs, Mr. Bharatlal Meena, he started a project, Pellicula project. Today it has become a wonderful ecotourism project, attracting large number of tourists to Mangalore. So that is where we have kept everything, an ecotourism side. So like that, we have also coastal tourism. I think many coastal areas, we have also come out with different types of coastal tourism. So, and this way, I think the Karnataka is blessed with all types of ecosystem. We have hills, river, then coast, then all forest, everything is there. Probably ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತವನ್ನ ಒಂದು ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ecosystems we can find it in this place. So with this type of environment, I think we will be blessed to see how best we can develop this ecotourism concept in our state. I think only thing is the tourism should not spoil our ecosystem, because too much of tourism also creates several other problems. So we should be careful to see how best we develop our tourist pass. I think all of us students must be quite aware how best we should use this tourism, and that too in ecotourism projects, how best we should develop those projects. I think in maybe all is the wildlife tourism. There is another area where Karnataka is having lot of wildlife sanctuaries. We have got a best wildlife sanctuaries in Bandipur, Nagaravale and all that. So like this, we are blessed with so many ecotourism spots in Karnataka, and we hope that we will make best use of them. As I was told in detail by our Professor Ayappan Saab, that how best we should able to maintain our ecosystem and all this. So with these few words, I wish to congratulate this institution. I think one more thing is, I think we see the founder of this institution, Professor U.R. Rao. In fact, he was associated with the institution for quite a long time, as long as he was there. I think our professor we were just having a speech together. Professor Nagraj was telling how exactly he was associated with this institution, what exactly they are doing, how the science project they have evolved in their institution, and he has invited all of us to visit that project also. I should also congratulate him for his excellent work done by him in this aspect. And we have got all other speakers and all our guests who will be talking to us for the next 2-3 days. So I hope that all of you will participate and have a fruitful discussion in this program. With these few words, I wish to thank everybody. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Thank you very much, sir, for excellent views on ecotourism. Now we have with us Dr. George Lekha Madam, Principal of Mount Carmel College, Bangalore. So I request Madam to please say a few words about this program. Please, Madam.
Good afternoon, and I won't take much of your time, but because as everybody mentioned, Professor Ayyappan has given us a detailed, report on what the conference is about. But still, just to convey, why we have gathered here and why it is so very significant. So let me just say a very good afternoon to all our learned dignitaries who are present here, to the teachers, professors, and our students who have gathered here. I must first congratulate KSTA for organizing this 3-day conference on such a relevant topic. And we from Mount Carmel College, our teachers and our students, are extremely grateful for having given us this opportunity to collaborate and work with this great organization. In the hopes of a better tomorrow, we have come together and we are working together towards a greener planet, as Professor said. And I'm sure all of you have heard of, David Attenborough. And I quote him, "It seems that the natural world, that is our planet, is a greatest source of inspiration, a greater source of visual beauty, and a greater source of intellectual interest. It is a greater source of so much in life that makes life worth living," is what he had said, and how true that is. Therefore, considering what is happening to our environment today, we cannot sit back, and take things for granted, because we will definitely face a catastrophe, a veritable tsunami, an ecological breakdown, and we cannot afford to go through that. But in the scenario, in the current scenario, it is people, the great learned people, professors, researchers, and students who have come together, like we have come together today, that gives us hope of a better future and a better environment and a planet. So we have to become advocates of a better environment and nature. And here again, I would like to quote, I'm sure all of you have heard of Jane Goodall, environmentalist. What she says is we have to look at the whole planet as a jigsaw puzzle. If you look at the entire puzzle, it can be very overwhelming and terrifying. But if you realize that you're doing your own bit of the jigsaw puzzle, and also realize that there are people around the world who are working on their own bits, and this is what will give us the hope of a better future. So with regard to environmental protection and working for a better environment, definitely please understand, miracles will not happen. It is only effort that happens, thought process that happens, and conversation, like we have come together today. This is what is going to help our environment. Miracles definitely will not happen. So I always tell my students, we must dream of a day when we wake up and when we switch on the TV and listen to the news that the war is over, poverty is history, and the planet is greener and fine. Everything is fine. Have a good day. We are looking forward to a day when we will hear all this and everything is wonderful. So we have to work towards, beating the climate change and making sure we protect our environment. And it is all in our hands, especially the youngsters who are here. Therefore, once again, congratulations to all the organizers for this 3-day conference on such a relevant topic on ecotourism, protection of our environment, and sustainability, conservation. These are all, this conference encompasses such, very vital topics. And I'm sure the next 3 days, I was just looking at the brochure, with the diversity and level of the topics and the diversity and expertise of the speakers. This is going to be a very insightful and wonderful conference over the next 3 years. So all the best to all of you, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for being associated with our programs. And now I request Dr. L. Narsimurthy sir, former Chief Executive of NFDB and presently Principal Scientist at ICR CIFT Mumbai, to please give a few words on this occasion.
Hello, namaskara. Good afternoon to all. Most respected Professor S. Ayapan sir. Sir, it's always a pleasure and privilege and dream come true to share the dais with you. Of course, today I fulfilled my dream. So I sat with you for almost 1.5 hours. I listened to you. It's always a pleasure to listen to you. Shri Veerbhadra Hanchinad, Personal Secretary Minister, Secretary Pashunath, Chief Executive Officer, Gokul Research Organization, Madam Lekha, Principal Mount Carmel, then our distinguished guest, former Vice Chancellor Raja Saab is here, Professor Nagaraj Saab is here, Chandrasekhar Saab, Prabhakar Saab, then many most important students with various discipline and specialization with various states also, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and few other states. At the outset, I would like to congratulate this KSTA for this very important conference on this ecotourism. As Ayapan sir already mentioned, I did not mention anything extra into that. This is the need of the hour now. You know, from last 1 decade, you take any field in India. So there is a lot of fund allotment and lot of things are going on, lot of infrastructures are developed and all those things. So for that we have to utilize this, whatever the infrastructures are developed or is going to develop in coming 1 or 2 years and all those things in a big way. Of course, considering all precautionary measures. Ecotourism is not exactly the tourism. Lot of science is behind that. Lot of science is involved that. By using artificial intelligence and many other things, I think we need to work very closely with all the stakeholders. It is not always just enjoyment. So because recently I was there 5 days in Lakshadweep. I have seen Bangaram recently, our Honorable Prime Minister visited there. We have seen. It's a beautiful thing as developed. By considering, all precautionary measures, at least next 10 years, there should not be disturbed. The ecosystem should not be disturbed. It may be coral reef, it may be any other aquafauna or other nature-related thing. So by this, considering, under ICR, Indian Council of Agriculture, we have 8 fisheries research institutes. Professor Ayapan sir was there as the helm of affairs. He recruited many youngsters. Definitely, we are working very hard to reach out to your expectations, sir. And in addition to that, icing on cake, separate ministry, separate department has formed. So now we have separate allotment for exclusively for the research, exclusively for development and other activities. So recently you might have heard the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. So 20,050 crores it is, invested on that. If you take last 10 years, 2014 to 2024, more than 38,000 crores is invested in fisheries. It's not a small field. Earlier, we were in agriculture ministry, there was a limited fund and all those things. Now we have separate department, separate ministry, then separate schemes for that. Again, PMKSSY, Pradhan Mantri Matsya Kisan Sahaya Samruddhi Yojana, some 6,000 crores allotted. Again, latest last week budget also 2,700 crores. It is allotted on various aspects. Okay, so there is a lot of scope, lot of potential in fisheries. So when it comes to Government of India with ICR institutes, with Department of Fisheries, I think Government of India initiated so many schemes and activities. I am going to brief afternoon. My talk is the second talk. Aqua Park paving the way for sustainable ecotourism. So, how much Government of India has taken initiative to develop overall fisheries development in India, in particular establishment of hub and spoke model format of this aqua park. So I think I just want to mention one thing, sir, Ayappan sir. When I joined for IRS, my posting was, it was to Barapani, that was in Meghalaya. I requested, sir, I don't know much Hindi, and it's very difficult for me to go and all those things. The sir was telling, no, you have to work. But later when I got the posting, I heard that sir himself has changed to CFT Kochi, and I was posted to Gujarat. Sir, after joining my service, after joining NFDB especially, then I remembered all these things. Because Northeast, when I extensively traveled India, all the states and all those things, I think there is a need of the hour for Northeastern states. So we have a beautiful, eco environment and lot of potential also there. So for that, actually, when the government of India started aqua park to be established in India, so I made it a point, sir, to give some special aqua parks for northeastern states. That is one aqua park already it is started. Honorable Prime Minister online is inaugurated. With your permission, I would like to just play that video, sir, so that it will be information for everybody. So, in given opportunity, ICR Institutes is always there for the all over India, especially special deference to northeastern states. With this, I request organizers to just play that video. This is in Arunachal Pradesh. Yeah,
अरुणाचल प्रदेश विविध संस्कृति और जातीय जनजाति वाला एक सीमांत राज्य है। मत्स्य पालन और जलीय कृषि संसाधन 4 अलग-अलग कृषि जलवायु क्षेत्र में फैले हुए हैं और विभिन्न स्थानिक मछली प्रजातियों का घर है। जीरो घाटी की डांसर मछली संस्कृति, प्राकृतिक सुंदरता और मनोरम हरियाली हमेशा पर्यटकों के आकर्षण का केंद्र रही है। प्रधानमंत्री मत्स्य संपदा योजना ने मत्स्य पालन क्षेत्र में बुनियादी ढांचे के विकास के लिए बहुत जरूरी बढ़ावा दिया है। देश का पहला एकीकृत एक्वा पार्क लोअर सुबनसिरी जिले में क्षेत्रीय उच्च ऊंचाई वाले मछली बीच पार्क तारीख 0 में बनाया जा रहा है। इसे हब और स्पोर्ट मॉडल और जलीय कृषि के लिए वन स्टॉप समाधान के रूप में विकसित किया गया है। और यह न केवल लोअर सुबनसिरी झीलें बल्कि आसपास के झीलों और पास के राज्य के मछली किसानों की जरूरतों को पूरा करेगा। एकीकृत एक्वा पार्क में प्रौद्योगिकी हस्तक्षेप और प्रदर्शन से लेकर प्रसार और उत्पादन से लेकर प्रसंस्करण और संरक्षण तक की सुविधाएं हैं। इस एकीकृत एक्वा पार्क के चालू होने से मत्स्य पालन और जलीय कृषि गतिविधियों को बढ़ावा मिलेगा और इस क्षेत्र में वास्तविक समय की क्रांति आएगी। अरुणाचल प्रदेश पूरे पूर्वोत्तर क्षेत्र में ठंडे पानी के मत्स्य पालन में अग्रणी राज्य है। रेनबो और ब्राउन प्रजाति के विदेशी ट्राउट का व्यापक रूप से पालन किया जाता है और किसानों ने इस संस्कृति में अपनी योग्यता साबित की है और अच्छी खासी कमाई करके वे काफी खुश है। राज्य शिक्षित बेरोजगार युवाओं के लिए रोजगार के अवसर पैदा करने वाले उद्यम के रूप में ट्राउट संस्कृति को बढ़ावा देने का प्रयास कर रहा है। मत्स्य विभाग अरुणाचल प्रदेश जल कृषि उत्पादन में आत्मनिर्भरता प्राप्त करने और राज्य के मछली किसानों के कल्याण के लक्ष्य के साथ आगे बढ़ रहा है और रोजगार के अवसरों के सृजन और आर्थिक समृद्धि को बढ़ावा देने के लिए समान रूप से प्रतिबद्ध है। आने वाले समय में अरुणाचल प्रदेश को देश में मछली के शीर्ष आपूर्तिकर्ताओं में स्थिति बनाना है।
Thank you very much, sir. Out of 11 aquapark, 4 aquapark we sanctioned for Northeast, sir. So 2 world-class fish market also. There are a lot of investment from last at least 5 years if you take. I think now PMMSY is almost extended 1 more year to complete all infrastructures and all these world-class projects and masterpiece projects. Maybe another 2 years, all infrastructures will be ready, especially youngsters. You can definitely explore all these options to make it, more productive. And this particular fishery sector as a sunrise sector. With this, I will conclude. Once again, I thank KSTA and all our dignitaries on the dais of the dais give me opportunity to speak in front of you for a few minutes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for highlighting the opportunities and schemes available from Fisheries Department, Government of India. So this is the message. Youngsters can really utilize this opportunity and develop some kind of real aqua tourism. So thank you very much, sir. And now I request all the dignitaries on the dais. We have brought out an abstract compendium. So I request all the dignitaries on the dais to please release the abstract compendium on this August gathering. Thank you, respected dignitaries. Now I request Dr. Anand sir, Senior Scientific Officer, KSTA, to propose vote of thanks to all the delegates, guests of this conference. Yes. Oh, Dr. Welcome Dr. Venkatesh, Senior Scientific Officer from KSTEPS, and also Madam from DST. Thank you, Madam, for coming for this program.
Ellarigu namaskara. Esteemed dignitaries on the dais, esteemed guests and my dear participants, it's my privilege to propose vote of thanks on this occasion. I, on behalf of KSTA and on behalf of all the participants, extend a very hearty thanks to former Director General ICAR and our beloved former Chairman KSTA and Padma Shri Awardee Dr. S. Ayyappan sir for gracing this occasion. I take this opportunity to thank our chief guest, Sri Veerabhadrappa Anchinal, KAS, PS to Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, for his support in all the KSTA programs. I also thank Murali Krishna, Special Officer to Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, for his support. I immensely thank Dr. H.V. Parshwanath, IAS, Chief Executive, Gokul Research Center, Bengaluru, on behalf of KSTA and on behalf of all of you for gracing this occasion. Dr. George Lekha, Principal, Mount Carmel College, Bengaluru, has extended all support and graced this occasion as Chief Guest of Honor. I thank Madam on behalf of KSTA and on behalf of all of you. I thank Dr. L. Narasimha Murthy, Chief Scientist, ICAR, CIFT, Mumbai, for gracing this occasion. I thank all the teaching faculty and non-teaching faculty from Mount Carmel College and other colleges for gracing this function. I thank Dr. H.S. Nagaraja sir, former member KSTA. Dr. Raja Saab sir, former member KSTA. Dr. Sangur Mat, former director, Hatti Gold Mines Limited. Dr. U.M. Chandrasekhar, Kerala Forest Institute. Dr. Chandrasekhar Biradar, Global Green Growth. Dr. Nirmala Madam. Dr. Vijay and Dr. Manjappa. Dr. Venkatesh from K-Step for gracing this occasion. I also thank Ashwin Madam for gracing this occasion. I, on behalf of KST and behalf of all the participants, extend heartfelt thanks to all the speakers for taking time and accepting our invitation to share their experience in this conference. I extend my thanks to Dr. A.M. Ramesh sir, CEO KSTA, for his support and encouragement. I also thank all my colleagues and those who are directly or indirectly involved in this program. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the students, faculties and research scholars who have sent abstracts and all the participants for taking part in this program. I thank media team from Reva University for covering this program. Thanks one and all.
Indeed. So indeed, thank you very much, Anand sir, for your wonderful cooperation on, for this program. This diary is the idea, innovative idea, because of one our former honorable chairman Ayappan sir, he actually won't accept all the shawl and other things. That's what we thought. He told us, if you felicitate with this shawl and bouquet, we won't come like that. That's what we made this diary. So thank you very much, sir, for your suggestion, your leadership, and we can please have a group photo with all the dignitaries outside, and after that there is a 10 minutes tea break. Then we can start technical session. So I request all of you, please join for the group photo outside.